What's good, y'all? I'm back with a review, album review, one of my favorite artists of this generation. I can't say all time yet, but of this generation. And that's Erika de Casier, Still. This is her third album, and boy, oh boy, we gonna talk about it. But first things first, I want to give a little background of who Erika is. Now, Erika, she's a singer-songwriter, and she's known for her pop and R&B fusion. To me, she's one of the people that is making the R&B genre more interesting because of her innovative style and her songwriting. Her first solo album, Essentials, came out in 2019, and you could feel the potential with this one, especially with the tracks like Puppy Love, Story of My Life, Do My Thing, Intimate, Rainy, the list goes on. All in all, Essentials was a very solid album with tons of highlighted deep cuts. You could see the potential from a mile away. Now, her following album, Sensational, that came out in 2021, one of my favorite albums of all time, hands down. This album means so much to me because it literally changed my life. I was going through the hardest time, and the lyrics on the entire project were one of the things that were keeping my head up. Everything she was just saying to me was just so surreal, and it was so relatable. And I loved her for that. I loved the album for that. And just from the way that she took a step forward with the production, giving it an Avant-Pop type of feel, but it still had the R&B elements mixed in there. And to me, she was showcasing her star potential. First, it was just potential. Now she's showcasing her star potential, and it was really exciting to witness that. I can talk about sensational and essentials all day, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Like I said earlier, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about still and how I feel about it. So I want to break it down in kind of a track by track format and it kind of give my thoughts about it as a whole in the end. So the first track, Right This Way, I love how in this track, similarly to the opener in Essentials, she's opening the gates for you in this new world that she created. Whether if you're a new fan or an old fan, she's giving you a pleasant introductory on the first song, and she makes it very inviting. She's giving you a gateway to this new sound, especially with the lyrics like, Welcome to my party, say hello to everybody. Now, the next song, Home Alone, I love the tropical percussion in this one, and it was interesting to me because it isn't something I usually hear or hop over. And this one is hella vibey, and it makes you want to get up and dance immediately. She reels you in with the sexy atmosphere and makes you stick right away. Now, the next song, Lucky, this is the first single off the album, and it gives me a drum and bass type of feel that I absolutely love. The instrumental is so sweet and melodic, and it just pairs the right way with the lyrics, such as so tempted to say I'll never let go. Copenhagen is so great, but see when I'm with you, it's okay. I walk by you real slow. Really think that they do, but they don't know. Time with you goes by too fast. Words that I can never ever tell you. And I think all of that merges in an outstanding way with the instrumental, and it just makes the song beautiful. The next song, The Princess, this song is an immediate hitter because it's a ballad, and it wasn't too long further in the album to actually have her first ballad, and I was really excited about that because her ballads are usually killer, and she really was flexing her pen game on this one. It's blunt, sweet, straight to the point. She sings lyrics like, "All I ever wanted was an everlasting love. Now I find my dreams, they suddenly don't feel so right. The princess inside of me is holding on to her life. Is it wrong of me to want all the things that was shown all my life?" And I think these lyrics specifically are a gist of one of the themes in the entire project. And also the performance was just incredible. Like she did her thing with this performance. One of the best in the album. The next song, Ice, featuring They Hate Change, this was the second single off the album. And when I heard it for the first time, I wasn't too crazy about it. But after the first few listens, it kind of grew on me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really have much to say about it because I wrote my review about this on like Wednesday or Thursday, one of those days. And now listening back, because I'm recording this on Saturday, listening to it back, I like it more. I dig it more. I mean, I didn't really like the rap verses to be honest. I felt that that was like something new for Erica to have like a rap feature on here. I thought that was cool and I thought that was creative. But yeah, I didn't really care about it the first time I heard it, but the hook, I'm loving the hook. I love the hook more than I ever did. And now the rap verses don't really bother me that much. I think dude did his thing and it's cool. I co-sign it. The next 4 to 5 songs, she goes on a run, a literal run. because this is like track 6, Tested, instant hitter. The first 5 songs were good, but my issue with it, not even an issue, because it's not an issue, but 2 out of the 5 songs were singles. And then the first song was a little intro, it was like less than 2 minutes long. And then the other song, the fourth song, The Princess, was a ballad. So I feel like this is where we actually getting a true understanding of what the album is. This is like the beginning of the roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? Or like not even the beginning. This is like the rising action of the roller coaster. We're not even at the climax yet. We almost there. But Tested, our first listen, this was my shit. This was when my ears finally perked up for the first time, like I said before. And this track to me screams neo soul, screams it, because the hook is such an earworm. I'm gonna be singing the hook from now to the rest of 2024. And the instrumental to me is similar to Home Alone. It has like a tropical feel, but it gives off this little hip hop vibe to it. And the quirky synth is just perfect. It's just in a backdrop, not really doing too much. And the bass makes you feel like you're literally floating. Our first listen so far, this is my favorite song on the album, and only 6 tracks deep. And this is the one right here. Now, ooh, this is the next song off the album, and it's back to back incredible songs, back to back. Erika started to run here. That's what I said literally when I got to that track. Off rip, the percussion is so punchy. Once again, I love the synth in this one too. The refrain gives me like an Erika Badu type of feel with the rapping. She gives like these little rap type of notes in with the refrain, and it's cool. I never really, not that she's never done it before, but not in this way. And the hook is typical Erika. She sounds confident. She sounds loose. And at this point, I'm glad my 2 favorites are back to back so far. The first time I'm hearing this, I'm like, oh shit, yeah. Back to back tracks, hitters, let's go. Believe it. This is the first song where I felt like it gave me like a throwback to Essentials and Sensational, but really with Essentials. Once again, the instrumental here is punchy, melodic. The sub bass is gripping, and it reminds me of Polite off her last album, where it sounds kind of curious and uncertain, and her lyrics give off that same feeling. The color is purple. We've had another night on Cloud Nine. That's when feelings start to show. I guess I would believe it. Guess I would believe it. The summer made your tone real glowing. The bottom of your waist keeps showing. Said you never felt this way. So I guess I would believe it. I guess I would believe it. And the ending of this song is just beautiful and very relatable to just about anyone. And it gave out kind of a new feel for Erika because it had this auto tune, and you don't really hear her with auto tune that much. She's usually using her natural voice. Now, the next song, Anxious, this song is very relatable as well because she's talking about how this past relation continues to bring out this anxiety within her, and she elaborates on how it's affecting her. This is another beautiful ballad and one of the best written tracks on the album. It goes toe to toe with Princess, not gonna lie. Ex-Girlfriend, this is another beautiful song. A beautiful R&B song with the acoustic guitar pleasantly backing up the rhythmic percussion. I love the Shy Girl verse because it was short, sweet, straight to the point, as she gives off her take of the relationship and being an ex. And Eric, on the other hand, is detailing her feelings about a past relationship with an ex-partner, one of the catchiest hooks on the album too, no doubt. This hook is a earworm. It's gonna stick in your head for the rest of the week. Toxic, this is another good song, another relatable song. She has a lot of the relatable tracks back to back to back to back, which I love. But this track is also relatable because Erica explains the toxicity of a relationship and how it's better off to just let things go. Now, the theme of this track isn't really new or groundbreaking, but what I am impressed the most about it was the performance that she laid out. One of the best in the album by far. So beautiful track. Now, the next song, My Day Off. I have a lot to say about My Day Off. My Day Off is the hitter. My Day Off is the busy of this album. You heard Sensational and you heard Busy, you know that is the banger of the album. My Day Off is exactly the same. The dream piano on this one, it sets it up to be a thriller. I hear this and I immediately think of early 2000s R&B. And this track, like I said, is the busy of this album because she's basically expressing to be left alone and she wants to do her own thing. She doesn't have time for the fuck shit because it's her day off and she's just trying to enjoy it. The trap elements of this beat and the knocking kick make you want to bop your head. And I feel that this is definitely the banger of the album. Like I said before, this track right here impressed me a lot. I feel like if you're introducing someone or just a new Erica fan, this is the track you got to go to, or at least one of the tracks. At least make this one is the go-to track off the album. You should put a friend or any new fan of Erica's onto because this track is a hitter, definitely a hitter. Following that up with my least favorite song on the album, Twice featuring Blood Orange, possibly my least favorite song on here because the whole spoken word feel, I didn't really connect with it. I wasn't really messing with it. But some of the lyrics were very powerful, especially in the end with Erica's verse in the end. It was just intense. But yeah, it didn't really move me like that. And I think what disappointed me the most, to be honest, I gotta say, I love this guy with all my heart, but Blood Orange feature was just not hitting for me at all. I don't know what it was, but if I happen to give a critique, it just wasn't hitting for me at all. To end it off on a high note, Someone. Now, this song is a beautiful closer to the album. It wraps it up in a nice bow. I love it. It left me impressed, and it reminded me of the closer of Sensational, Call Me Anytime. And the lyrics in this one was just so heartfelt. I feel like it kind of gave a gist of what the whole album and all the things in the album in one. And I really adored this ending. I feel like she usually does this. Like that's like a whole theme of her in itself. Her last song on every album so far has just been a beautiful gist of what the entire album is about. And I love when artists do that, and I love when she does it in this sense. So yeah, no, this album to me is a hitter. In conclusion, I just want to say how massively impressed I am with this project and how she keeps growing and taking more risks with every sound. It's extremely commendable and I tip my hat. The subject matter is still relatively the same for her as she talks about the current relationships, the past relationships, and her self-worth, but I feel like her song structure got better and the way she's elaborating on these themes have been a huge improvement from her last couple records. Now, I definitely think this is a great introductory album for people who don't really know who Erica is. And you could tell this budget, her budget, increased immensely as she's getting more complex and grandiose production. Her style is very unique, and I'm more than excited to witness the rest of her career. I love where she's headed. And I just got to say this though, if I got to give a little critique, a little knock just for the trajectory of her career in the future, I just think that Erica, her subject matter needs to change just a little bit. She kind of runs through it with a similar format, but the same format has kind of like the same themes. Granted, she's sharpening her sword, like I said, sharpening her sword, doing her thing. She's killing it. She's killing this lane, and she's dominant in it. But at the same time, it's like I feel like for her next album, for her fourth album, she kind of has to switch up the content. She has to switch up what she's talking about. I love her confidence. She's not cocky, she's confident. She's very loose with what she's saying. She's talented. She's talented as fuck. I commend her in any way, but I just feel like for the next project and for the future, she needs to showcase that she can talk about different things. She can have different subject matter and what she's saying because it's kind of the same Erica vibe. It's not vibe. Let me not say vibe. It's kind of the same Erica content, lyrics. Granted, like I said, her pen game got better. So how she's elaborating on these themes have gotten crazier than what she has in the past, than what it was in the past. But I personally feel like she can do better. She can write about different things, different topics. And some of the tracks on here, like Toxic was cool, amazing. Anxious, cool, amazing. But these are songs that the themes aren't really groundbreaking. This isn't really new, especially for Erica's sake. She's talked about these things before. And I'm kind of like at a point right now where I love Erica with all my heart. I care about her and her music fucking amazing. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you kind of gotta freshen up a little bit. Freshen up. The style is great, but talk about new things with this new style that you're doing. But she's still young, still a talented artist, and there's still growth that is gonna come along with it. And she's growing to this point because her pen game got crazier and got way better. But I'm yapping. The album's still great. This is a great introductory album to Erica in itself. So yeah, she's gonna get hella new fans with this album. She did her thing. And that's all I gotta say. I love the album. Peace.